So we have started with the chapter of mole concept. In the mole concept, we started with the simple definition of atom molecule. Then we went on to the definition on AMU. AMU is nothing but the unit for measuring the masses of very small entities like atoms, molecules, and ions. And we have seen why did we define that AMU as 1/12 the mass of the carbon atom, why not any other number, why only 12. After that, we did some simple calculations on calculating a number of particles in a given sample. If the sample is made up of atoms, we will be calculating the total number of atoms. In that case, you need to divide the sample mass with atomic mass. If the sample is made up of molecules, in that case, you need to divide the sample mass by molecular mass in order to calculate the total number of molecules inside the system. If the sample is made up of ions, you will be dividing that by ionic mass and you will be getting the total number of ions. Okay. If the sample is given in terms of AMU, you will be substituting the atomic mass or molecular mass or ionic mass in terms of AMU. Then both the units in numerator as well as denominator will be cancelled out. You will be left with some number, which is nothing but the number of atoms. But if the sample's mass is given in terms of grams, in that case, you need to convert AMU into gram with the help of the relation 1 AMU is equals to 1 gram per mole. And we define 1 mole as the number which is exactly equal to the number of carbon atoms present in 12 grams of carbon sample. So one mole is simply a number which is in general used to measure very large number of atoms or very large number of molecules. Okay. उसके बाद हमने ये भी एक देखा है the relation between AMU as well as grams. 1 AMU is equals to 1.66 into 10 raised to minus 24 grams करके conclude किया है. This is important whenever they ask question how to find the mass of one atom of particular oxygen or mass of one molecule of SO2, mass of one molecule of CO2 in terms of grams. If they're asking in AMU, it is easy. If they are asking in terms of grams, multiply that AMU with 1.66 into 10 raised to minus 24 grams. You will get the answer in terms of grams. Okay. उसके बाद simple questions देखा है हमने. We have changed the scales. Like initially, if the Avogadro number is defined as 6 into 10 power 23, if you are changing the scale to some other thing, what will be the mass of 1 mole of atoms on the new scale? ऐसा कुछ बात किया हमने. उसके बाद if we change the scale to, rather than having defining it as 1/12 of the mass of carbon atom, if you are defining that by 1/5 of the mass of the carbon atom, what is happening to the masses of rest all other elements? उसके ऊपर भी एक क्वेश्चन देखा हमने. Then we have gone to molecules. In case of molecules, by looking at the formula of the molecule, you can analyze the number of atoms. Suppose if you are having H2O molecule, in the H2O molecule, each H2O has 2 hydrogens as well as 1 oxygen. So if you are having X number of H2O, you will be having 2X hydrogen and X oxygen atoms. If you are having 1 mole of H2O, you will be having 2 moles of hydrogen atoms and 1 mole of oxygen atom. So depending upon the formula of the molecule, you can analyze the number of atoms of each element. If the sample is made up of molecules, first you can find only the number of molecules. After you get number of molecules, you can go on to number of atoms of a given element. Okay. ठीक है. उसके बाद कुछ questions किया है for analyzing the number of molecules as well as number of atoms of each element in a given sample. Okay. सारे questions I hope they're clear to everyone. Okay. इसके बाद हमने प्रैक्टिस सेशन में और भी एक देखा है for calculating or for analyzing gases. Whenever you have gas, you will be defining in general 4 variables: pressure, volume, temperature, and number of moles. And we have seen that 1 mole of any gas at STP conditions are temperature is taken as 273.15 Kelvin and the pressure is taken as 1 atmosphere or 1 bar. Whenever you are taking 1 mole of any gas at STP conditions, the volume occupied by that particular gas will always be equal to 22.4 liters. This is irrespective of the gas. If I take 1 mole of helium, 1 mole of oxygen, 1 mole of nitrogen, 1 mole of ammonia, 1 mole of methane. If you take 1 mole of any gas at STP, they will always occupy 22.4 liters. 1 mole 22.4 liters hai to according to the equation PV equal to nRT. According to the equation PV equals to nRT. If pressure R and T are constants, volume will be directly proportional to moles. So if I'm increasing the number of moles, the volume will be increased proportionally. 1 mole 22.4 liters hai to 2 moles will be 44.8 liters. Half mole will be 11.2 liters. So on so forth. ऐसा कुछ क्वेश्चंस देखा है हमने. आई होप यहाँ तक सब लोग को क्लियर है. इनके अलावा we have defined new terms like if I say 1 gram atom. 1 gram atom is defined as 1 mole of atoms. If I say 1 gram molecule, this doesn't mean एक molecule का mass 1 gram है. वैसा नहीं है. 1 gram molecule indicates you are having 1 mole of molecules. 1 gram ion indicates 1 mole of ions. So 1 gram entity is nothing but 1 mole of those particular entities. 1 gram particle is 1 mole of those many particles. Okay, 1 mole of particles. Okay, we'll go to next section. We will start with analyzing chemical reactions today. Okay, we will start with chemical reactions. We will understand the term stoichiometry and we will do some calculations which are called as stoichiometry calculations. आज के lecture, this is very very basic. Please follow the entire lecture. Okay, chemical reaction. Once read the definition, everyone. Chemical reaction: the rearrangement of atoms between various molecules of reactants to give new molecules or products is called a chemical reaction. So what happens during a chemical reaction? If there are two reactants, among those two reactants, जो भी I'm sorry, among those two reactants, जो भी atoms रहेगा, the atoms will be rearranging among those reactants to form new set of molecules called products. So whenever there is a chemical reaction, there is no generation of new atom or disappearance of the already existing atom. There has to be conservation of mass or conservation of atoms. Atoms can neither be created nor be destroyed. Whenever there is a chemical reaction, atoms will be rearranged among themselves and they will be forming new set of molecules called products. Suppose if you take example of any chemical reaction, if I am taking a combustion reaction, which is heating in the presence of oxygen. If I am burning CH4 methane in presence of O2, the products formed are CO2 and H2O. If you analyze on the left hand side, the atoms or elements present are carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. On the right hand side also you are having the same atoms, same elements, in fact carbon, oxygen and hydrogen. The nature of the atoms won't be changing during a chemical reaction. The nature of the molecule may change. Initially on the left hand side you have CH4 and O2, methane and oxygen. On the right hand side you are having CO2 and H2O. The nature of the molecules got changed, but the nature of the atoms doesn't change in a chemical reaction. Okay, and the atoms are rearranging among themselves. ये जो hydrogen जो भी atom है carbon के साथ जो भी था, now that particular hydrogen is with oxygen and it got converted into H2O, and that oxygen came with carbon to convert into CO2. So the nature of the molecule got changed. Rearrangement of atoms among reactants to form new set of molecules called products. Important point क्या है? In a chemical reaction, there should be conservation of mass, because atoms are neither destroyed nor created. Mass is always conserved. Okay, ठीक है. Stoichiometry. Stoichiometry मतलब क्या है? It is the study of chemical reactions and calculations related to it. We will understand what are the different calculations which are involved whenever you see any chemical reaction. अभी देखेंगे. Before that, let us understand what is meant by a stoichiometric equation. suppose I'm writing one equation. If you are having any doubt, kindly interrupt me and ask me your question, okay? Stoichiometry is the study of chemical reactions and calculations related to it. Let us take a chemical reaction. If you are taking sulfur dioxide, if it is reacting with oxygen and you are converting that into SO3. Let us try to balance the equation. On the left hand side, you have one sulfur atom. On the right hand side also, you are having one sulfur atom. So with respect to sulfur, the equation is balanced. On the left hand side, you are having two oxygen atoms in case of SO2 and two oxygen atoms in the O2. On the right hand side, you are having three oxygen atoms inside SO3. So left hand side में 4 oxygen है, right hand side में 3 oxygen है. So if I want to balance, if I'm doing this, if I'm doing, I'm taking half of O2. एक O2 में 2 oxygen atoms है. So if I'm taking half O2, can I say it will be having 1 oxygen atom overall? I can also balance this by multiplying with 2, but अभी के लिए ऐसा ही रखते हैं, half जैसे रखते हैं. I can also write this as 2SO2 plus O2 gives rise to 2SO3. But ऐसा जरूरी नहीं है 2 ऐसा 2 के साथ मल्टीप्लाई करके वैसा ही लिखने की जरूरत नहीं. I can also mention this in terms of half. अभी के लिए ऐसा ही रखेंगे. We will analyze this. Is this particular equation balanced now? SO2 plus half O2 gives rise to SO3. Left hand side you have one sulfur. Right hand side also you are having one sulfur. Left hand side you are having 4 oxygen atoms. Right hand side, 3 oxygen atoms. Right hand side also you are having 3 oxygen atoms. So the equation is balanced. Okay. A balanced chemical equation. ये जो भी equation है, a balanced chemical equation is called stoichiometric equation. Stoichiometric equation. So कोई भी balanced chemical equation में जो भी coefficients रहता है for the reactants and products. In case of SO2, the coefficient is 1. In case of SO3, the coefficient is 1. And in case of O2, the coefficient is half. In a balanced chemical equation, the coefficients involved, ये जो coefficients है 1, half and 1, these coefficients are called as stoichiometric coefficients. Coefficients of reactants and products. PDTS मतलब products, okay? Coefficients of reactants and products in a balanced chemical equation are called stoichiometric coefficients. Stoichiometric coefficients, okay? The coefficients which are appearing in a balanced chemical equation for the reactants and products are called as stoichiometric coefficients. First of all, what is meant by stoichiometric equation? Whenever you have a chemical reaction, if you are balancing that particular chemical reaction, a balanced chemical reaction is called as stoichiometric equation, and the coefficients of the reactants and products in a balanced chemical equation is called as stoichiometric coefficient. Okay. अब एक क्वेश्चन पूछता हूँ, answer that. What do stoichiometric coefficients represent? What does those stoichiometric coefficients represent? 1, do they represent amount of reactants and products? Do they represent the amount of reactants and products in mass? Question mark. मतलब क्या है? Suppose I am repeating the equation. 1 SO2 plus half O2 gives rise to 1 SO3. ये जो stoichiometric coefficient है, if I am saying that they represent the amount of reactants and products in terms of mass. मतलब क्या satisfy होना चाहिए? 1 gram, if I can take 1 gram या 1 kg or 1 ton or 1 quintal, anything. If I say 1 gram of SO2 is reacting with half gram of O2 to form 1 gram of SO3. Is this particular statement right? I am analyzing what does those stoichiometric coefficients represent. पहला क्वेश्चन क्या पुट किया है? I am saying that those particular stoichiometric coefficients represent the amount in terms of mass. According to that, I can say 1 gram of SO2 is reacting with half gram of O2 to form 1 gram of SO3. So is this particular equation or is this particular representation correct? Tell me.
No sir.
No sir.
Okay. जिनको भी no लग रहा है,
No, sir.
can you tell me the reason?
Mass is
Sir.
conserved in a chemical reaction.
हाँ,
Very
mass
good.
conserve नहीं हो रहा.
मास कम होना चाहिए. हमारा स्टार्टिंग में क्या बात किया? Whenever there is a chemical reaction, there is only rearrangement of atoms among different molecules to form new set of molecules called products. If there is simple rearrangement, the mass of the system must be conserved. On the left hand side, the total mass is 1.5 grams. You have taken 1.5 grams, but you are forming only 1 gram of SO3. So 0.5 grams of the system got disappeared. ऐसा हो ही नहीं सकता. Mass can neither be created nor be destroyed. It will be changing from one form to another form. So ये जो particular reaction में 0.5 grams of it got destroyed or disappeared, which is not possible. Hence the stoichiometric coefficients. So do the stoichiometric coefficients represent the amount in terms of mass?
No sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay.
No
No.
sir.
Okay. Okay. Good. Good. दूसरा देखते हैं. Let us see. Do they represent stoichiometric coefficients? Do they represent amount in terms of number of molecules? Okay. मतलब क्या है? If I repeat the equation, 1 SO2 plus half O2 gives rise to 1 SO3. 1 SO2 plus half O2 gives rise to 1 SO3. So if they represent the amount in terms of molecules, one second. If I say they represent the amount in terms of molecules, I can say 1 molecule of SO2 is reacting with half molecule of O2 to form 1 molecule of SO3. In order to check if this is a valid or not, हमको ये देखना पड़ेगा, is there conservation of atoms and is there conservation of molecule, conservation of mass. If something is satisfying these two, then the stoichiometric coefficients may represent that particular entity. 1 molecule SO2 का मतलब क्या है? 1 molecule of SO2 is nothing but there is 1 atom of sulfur plus 2 atoms of oxygen. Half molecule of O2 मतलब we are having 1 atom of oxygen, 1 molecule of SO3 मतलब 1 atom of sulfur plus 3 atoms of oxygen. So on the left hand side you have total of 4 atoms. On the right hand side also you have total of 4 atoms. You have 1 sulfur atom and 3 oxygen atoms on left hand side. On the right hand side also you have 1 sulfur atom and 3 oxygen atoms. Okay, there is conservation of atoms. If there is conservation of atoms, there will be conservation of mass. नहीं तो एक बार चेक कर लेते हैं. SO2 का मास कितना है? सल्फर का 32 mu प्लस ऑक्सीजन का 16 mu. So 2 into 16 mu, which is equal to 64 mu. O2 का मास 32 mu है. हाफ O2 का मास कितना होगा? 16 mu. तो 16 plus 64 कितना होगा? 80. सल्फर का again 32 mu plus 16 into 3 mu, which is equal to 80 mu. 48 plus 32, which is 80. Okay. So on left hand side also you are having 80 mu, on the right hand side also you are having 80 mu. There is conservation of mass. Okay. So can I say the stoichiometric coefficients in this particular case, they represent number of molecules because it is satisfying the number of atoms condition as well as it is also satisfying the conservation of mass. So can I say the stoichiometric coefficients represent the number of molecules? Can I say that?
Yes, sir.
किस किस को लग रहा है they have to
सर पर
represent
हाफ
number of
मॉलिक्यूल कैसे होगा?
हाफ मॉलिक्यूल कैसे होगा वही मैं बताने वाला था. ठीक है, सही आंसर है आर्या, सही आंसर है. देखो सब लोग, इस पर्टिकुलर केस में it is satisfying the conservation of atoms principle as well as the conservation of mass. Even though it is satisfying both of these things, in this particular equation I cannot say the stoichiometric coefficients are representing number of molecules, because if you are saying that half molecule of O2 is reacting with one molecule of SO2 to form one molecule of SO3, you can never perform this reaction in a laboratory. You can never bring half molecule of O2. Suppose तुम लोग को SO3 बनाना है, for that you need to have, according to this equation, half molecule of O2, which is impossible. There is nothing like half molecule. आधा molecule कभी नहीं रहेगा. Always molecules will exist in complete entities. Okay. Even though this particular equation is mathematically correct. Mathematically correct क्यों है? Conservation of atoms or conservation of mass हो रहा है. This is scientifically wrong. You cannot perform this reaction in laboratory by taking half molecule of O2 because half molecule doesn't exist. So if you write the same equation, as 2SO2 plus O2 gives rise to 2SO3. In this case, you are having, if you are saying that they represent number of molecules, 2 molecules is reacting with 1 molecule to form 2 molecules of SO3. In this case, you have 2 sulfur, and in here you have 4 oxygen atoms. Here you have 2 oxygen atoms. You have 2 sulfur plus 6 oxygen atoms. इस केस में क्या हो रहा है? लेफ्ट हैंड साइड में 6 ऑक्सीजन एटम्स है, राइट हैंड साइड में 6 है, 2 सल्फर है, 2 सल्फर है. So there is conservation of atoms, there will be conservation of mass, obviously. And in particular case, if I want to do this reaction, I can perform the same reaction in the laboratory as well. I can have 1 molecule of O2, I can have 2 molecules of SO2. If you are taking in the laboratory 2 molecules of SO2, if you are reacting with 1 molecule of O2, you will definitely get 2 molecules of SO3. Okay. So this question, this particular representation is correct. So overall, we can conclude stoichiometric coefficients. Conclusion क्या होगा? Stoichiometric coefficients represent the amount in molecules provided the coefficients are integers. They have to be integers, fraction नहीं होना चाहिए. Okay, because fraction of the molecule doesn't exist. Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Sir.
और एक देखते हैं. Do they represent or can they represent moles of molecules? Can they represent moles of molecules? Again, take the equation 1 SO2 plus half O2 gives rise to 1 SO3. If I say 1 mole of SO2 is reacting with half mole of O2 to form 1 mole of SO3. Again, let us understand if it is satisfying the total number of atoms case as well as conservation of mass. 1 mole SO2 में क्या क्या रहेगा? You will be having 1 mole sulfur atoms plus 2 mole of oxygen atoms. I hope this is clear. Half mole O2 में क्या रहेगा? you will be having half mole of O2 molecules, which is equivalent to 1 mole of oxygen atoms. In this case, it will be 1 mole sulfur atoms plus 3 mole oxygen atoms. So left hand side में 1 mole plus 2 mole plus 1 mole, you have total of 4 mole of atoms. On the right hand side also you have total of 4 mole of atoms. Oxygen you have left hand side 3 mole of oxygen, right hand side maybe 3 mole of oxygen. So there is conservation of atoms. If there is conservation of atoms, there will definitely be conservation of mass. But anyway, एक बार देख लेते फिर से. SO2 का molecular mass कितना आया है? 64 gram per mole ना. This is for one molecule. If you are taking 1 mole of molecules, कितना हो जाएगा? You need to multiply that with 1 mole. So 64 gram per mole into mole, mole cancel होके, you will get 64 grams. Half mole मतलब कितना होगा? You will be having 16 grams of O2. 1 mole is 32 grams, half mole is 16 grams. 1 mole of SO3 मतलब कितना होगा? It is 80 grams. So left hand side में 64 plus 16 80 grams है, right hand side में भी 80 grams है. So there is conservation of mass too. Conservation of atoms भी है, conservation of mass भी है. So in this particular case, can I say those stoichiometric coefficients represent the amount in terms of moles? मतलब if I take 1 mole of SO2, half mole of O2, you will get 1 mole of SO3. ये मैथमेटिकली साइंटिफिकली दोनों सही है कि नहीं?
है सर.
है?
Yes, sir.
This is possible.
Yes sir.
ये पॉसिबल है ये वाला कंडीशन, बिकॉज हाफ मोल O2 का मतलब क्या है? हाफ मोल O2 का मतलब 6.022 into 10 power 23 upon 2 number of molecules, which is 3.011 into 10 power 23 molecules. This is not fraction of molecules. This is some integer number of molecules. These many molecules does exist. So in the laboratory, if I want to do a reaction, I can always get half mole of O2 molecules. इस particular case में, ये वाला case में, I can never get half molecule of O2. Hence, this particular representation is false or not right. In this case, as you can have half mole of molecules, this particular representation is correct. So either you can say, whenever you see a stoichiometric equation, either you can say it is in terms of molecules or in terms of moles, but molecules use करते समय you need to take care the stoichiometric coefficient is not a fraction, because it will be fundamentally wrong. You cannot have half molecule. ऐसा बात नहीं करना है. Okay? Clear है? समझ में आया? What does the stoichiometric coefficients represent? Stoichiometric coefficients represent the number in terms of moles or in terms of molecules, but not in terms of mass. They will never represent the amount in terms of mass. You can never say, अगर मैं 1 gram लिया, half gram O2 लिया, I will get 1 gram SO3. कभी आएगा ही नहीं. I hope this is clear. Okay? I'm going to.
Yes, sir.
So overall conclusions में मैं क्या लिख सकता हूँ? Overall conclusions में I can write some points. In a chemical reaction, first of all, in a chemical reaction, atoms are always conserved. Atoms are always conserved. Next point I can write, mass is always conserved. ये दोनों तो पक्का होगा. What about number of molecules? Molecules may or may not be conserved. Number of molecules may or may not be conserved. मतलब क्या है? Suppose take this particular example. वो SO2 के केस में ही देखो. 2SO2 plus O2 gives rise to 2SO3. On the left hand side you have 3 molecules. On the right hand side you have only 2 molecules. So the number of molecules are not conserved in this case. Left hand side में 3 है, right hand side में 2 ही है, but this still represent a valid equation. Okay, so you cannot say the molecules will definitely be conserved. Or else, और एक example, H2 reacting with iodine, H2 plus I2 to form hydrogen iodide, which is Hi2Hi. Left hand side में you are having 2 molecules. On the right hand side also you are having 2 molecules. In this case, the molecules got conserved or the moles got conserved. I can either say 2 molecules or I can say 2 mole molecules. They are forming 2 mole molecules of Hi. इस केस में number of molecules or number of moles got conserved, but पहले केस में conserve नहीं हुआ. So this is there is no compulsory condition like the molecules also must be conserved. Molecules may or may not be conserved. So if in the question which of the following statements are right about a stoichiometric equation करके दिया तो atoms conserved सही होगा, mass conserved भी सही होगा, molecules भी conserved करके दिया है, वो गलत होगा statement. Molecules may or may not be conserved. I hope this is clear to everyone. Okay?
Yes, sir.
ठीक है.
Yes, sir.
Now let us do some calculations which involve chemical reactions. Calculations मतलब in general हम क्या करते हैं? Suppose if you are taking some amount of reactants, if you are forming products, they will be asking you कितने amount लेने से कितने amount of product मिलेगा? What will be the masses of reactants taken in order to get so much amount of product? Okay? वैसा कुछ क्वेश्चंस दिया जाता है, इसके लिए एनालिसिस कैसे करना है देखते हैं. Before going to the analysis, first you need to understand the definitions for limiting reagent and excess reagent. I hope ये जो particular terms है अपने 10th class में पढ़ा होगा या कुछ आइडिया होगा, but we will see the definition. Limiting reagent definition पढ़ो. The reactant that gets exhausted first and limits the reaction is called as limiting reagent. Exhausted का मतलब क्या है? Exhausted का मतलब वो खत्म हो जाता है. Like it will be consumed entirely. The reactant that gets exhausted or that is consumed entirely first is called as limiting reagent. Excess reagent का मतलब क्या है? The reactant which will be left even after the end of the reaction. Reaction हो गया, खत्म हो गया, तभी भी थोड़ा amount of reactant बच गया. Such a reactant is called as excess reagent. If you are taking 2 reactants, if one of the reactant is exhausted first, मतलब पहले खत्म हो गया, then such a reactant is called as limiting reagent or limiting reactant. The one which is left even after the reaction is called as excess reagent. So example लेता हूँ. Let us understand this with an example. Suppose there is the reaction 3A. A is any reactant, it can be any reactant, plus 6B is giving you 3C plus 5D. Okay. Initial amounts. I indicates initial. Initial amounts of A and B taken in the container are, I am taking 9 mole of A and 27 mole of B. I am taking 9 mole of A and 27 mole of B. According to the stoichiometric coefficients, which are 3, 6, 3 and 5. What can I say? 3 mole A reacts with, stoichiometric coefficients represent the amount in terms of moles or molecules, right? So I can say 3 mole A reacts with 6 mole B to form 3 mole C and 5 mole D. ये मैं बोल सकता हूँ. अभी इनिशियल अमाउंट्स कितना दिया है? A का 9 मोल दिया है, B का 27 मोल दिया है. Suppose let us assume B as limiting reagent. LR indicates limiting reagent, ER indicates excess reagent. B limiting reagent का मतलब क्या है? It will be consumed entirely. मतलब जो भी 27 मोल मैंने लिया है सिस्टम के अंदर, all the 27 मोल must be consumed. Okay? So वो कंज्यूम होने के लिए कंडीशन क्या होगा? From the stoichiometric equation, 6 मोल B के लिए कितना मोल A चाहिए? 3 मोल A चाहिए. So if you are having 27 mole B and if it is completed entirely, 27 mole B के लिए A कितना लगेगा? Unitary method है. In the mole concept chapter, we will be using unitary method. Entire mole concept is based on unitary method. 6 mole B के लिए 3 mole A लग रहे तो 27 mole B के लिए कितना लगेगा? Unitary method में क्या करते हैं? This 27 mole upon 6 mole into 3 mole. Whenever you have A के लिए B लग रहे, C के लिए कितना होगा? Always it is C upon A into B. Unitary method. और else 6 mole B के लिए 3 mole A लग रहे तो 1 mole B के लिए कितना लगेगा? It will be 3 upon 6. So 27 mole के लिए कितना लगेगा? 27 into 3 upon 6. ऐसा भी कर सकते हो. और C upon A into B. So the answer will be 27 upon 6 into 3, which is equal to 3 ones 3 2s, which is equal to 13.5 mole A. मतलब if you want to entirely react 27 mole of B, you need to have 13.5 mole of A in the system. But system के अंदर A कितना है? You are having only 9 mole of A. So the entire B cannot be consumed. इसका मतलब क्या है? हमारा जो भी assumption था, assumption क्या था? B is limiting reagent. Assume B is limiting reagent. ये गलत है. B is not limiting reagent as sufficient amount of A is not available for complete reaction. Can I say that? Hence, अगर B limiting reagent नहीं है तो बचा क्या है? A है ना? A will be limiting reagent. एक बार चेक कर लेते हैं A limiting reagent है कि नहीं. Again, stoichiometric equation से 3 मोल A के लिए 6 मोल B लग रहे. 3 मोल A for reaction you need 6 मोल of B. सिस्टम में लिया कितना है? 9 मोल ना. So 9 मोल A के लिए कितना चाहिए होगा? Which is 9 upon 3. 9 mole upon 3 mole into 6 mole, which is equal to 18 mole of B is required. Do you have 18 mole of B in the system? Yes, sir. You have. In fact, you have 27 mole. So out of 27 mole, sorry, out of 27 mole, only 18 mole of B is required for the complete reaction. So बचेगा कितना? 27 minus 18, 9 mole बच जाएगा. Hence B is called as excess reagent. Actual में क्या करना चाहिए हमें? If you want to do this reaction, you need to measure stoichiometric amounts. 3 mole 6 mole B लग रहे तो 9 mole के लिए 18 mole B काफी है. So if you are exactly measuring and doing the reaction, there won't be any limiting reagent or there won't be any excess reagent. But you are not measuring the exact amounts. कुछ तो spoon लिया, spoon के अंदर से B को ले लिया, A से A को ले लिया. इसके वजह से रिएक्शन में क्या हो रहा है? At the end of the reaction, some amount of B or A is being left. There is the question of limiting and excess reagent. Is this clear to everyone? So 18 mole of B बच गए, consume हुआ. So moles left, moles of B left will be equal to 27 mole minus 18 mole, which is equals to 9 mole. So in the question, what is the limiting reagent? A is the limiting reagent. What is the excess reagent? B is the excess reagent. They will also ask what are the amounts of C and D produced. If you want to calculate the amounts of C and D produced, always stick to your calculations with respect to the limiting reagent. क्योंकि limiting reagent पूरा consume हो रहा है. Okay? A limiting reagent है ना? From the equation, from the given equation 3 mole A से 3 mole C बन रहे, तो if I'm taking 9 mole A, C कितना बनेगा? 9 नहीं बनेगा, because 1:1 ratio है ना. 3 से 3 बन रहे तो 9 से 9 बनेगा. Similarly 3 से 5 mole D बन रहे, 3 mole of A is forming 5 mole of D, so 9 mole of A will form how many moles of D? कैसे करना है? 3 mole A is forming 5 mole D, 9 mole A will form how many moles of D? Unitary method. 9
15
upon
moles.
3 into 5, सही है, which is nothing but 15 mole of D. Similarly, 3 mole A is forming 3 mole C. 9 mole A will form how much amount? 9 upon 3 into 3, which is nothing but 9 mole of C. So calculations कर लिया सारे. Whenever you are given an equation, if they ask what is the amount of A or B left in the system, what is the amount of C and D produced, क्या करना है? First identify the limiting reagent. Limiting reagent is one which is consumed entirely. For that अभी के लिए हम क्या use कर रहे हैं? Out of A and B, assume one of them as limiting reagent and see, do some calculations. सारा कंज्यूम होने के लिए A कितना लगेगा या B कितना लगेगा. अगर उतना अमाउंट सिस्टम में अवेलेबल है, our assumption will be right. अगर उतना अमाउंट सिस्टम में अवेलेबल नहीं है, हमारा जो भी assumption है वो गलत है. गलत करके मान के the next one, the remaining reactant will be the limiting reagent. Once you got the limiting reagent, do the calculations with respect to the limiting reagent. I hope this is clear. I'll give you one question. Identify the limiting reagent, excess reagent, and identify the amounts of products that got formed or that will be formed.
Sir,
Yeah, tell me.
sir, reagents क्या होते हैं?
Reagents are nothing but the reactants. The reactant के लिए और एक term है reagent. The things which are reacting among themselves and which is forming, converting into product, they can be called as or termed as reagents. Okay?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Sir,
Yeah, thank you.
Sir.
I'll give you a question. Yeah, tell me.
सर 18 मोल ऑफ बी भी तो कंज्यूम हुआ है ना,
18 मोल B कंज्यूम हुआ है,
तो उसका
तो?
कुछ नहीं होगा प्रोडक्ट्स में.
प्रोडक्ट वो 18 मोल B कंज्यूम होने के वजह से ही C और D मिला. ऐसा नहीं होगा. Without B, A will convert into C and D. I am doing the calculation keeping in mind A के हिसाब से calculation कर रहा हूँ. इसका मतलब ये नहीं है B का यूज हुआ ही नहीं. If you do the same, okay, एक बार ये भी देख लेते हैं. If you do the same calculations with respect to B, 6 mole B के लिए, सब लोग ध्यान से सुनो, 6 mole B के लिए you are forming 3 mole C ना. Don't take 27 mole B because entire 27 mole is not consumed. Consume कितना हुआ है? 18 mole ही consume हुआ है. So do calculations with respect to 18 mole B. 18 mole B के लिए कितना बनेगा? 18 upon 6 into 3 which is equal to 9 mole. वही आया ना?
हाँ.
इसके कैलकुलेशन में ऐसा नहीं करना है B से भी 9 मोल C बन रहे, A से भी 9 मोल C बन रहे. नहीं, A and B together reacting among themselves and it is forming C. B separately C नहीं बना रहे, A separately C नहीं बना रहे. Analysis करते समय we are seeing with respect to A or you can see with respect to B. So the answer must come same. दोनों सेम ही आना चाहिए. Similarly 6 मोल B के लिए 5 मोल D बना है, तो 18 मोल B के लिए कितना बनेगा? 18 upon 6 into 5. Again it comes out to be 15 mole D. Answer तो सेम आना चाहिए. A भी 15 mole, A भी 15 mole. Either you can do the calculation with respect to A or with respect to B. I hope this is clear.
Yes sir.
Is this clear? Okay. So what is the limiting reagent? Limiting reagent is one which will be exhausted first or which won't be left inside the system at the end of reaction. Excess reagent is one, नाम में ही है, excess में ले लिया हमने, जितना लेना चाहिए था उससे ज्यादा ले लिया. उसके वजह से रिएक्शन के बाद भी थोड़ा बच जाएगा. Okay. Okay, I will give you a question. Solve for limiting reagent, excess reagent, and excess reagent का जितना amount बच जाएगा and products का कितना amount बनेगा. You need to do these calculations and tell me. Question is 7A plus 6B gives rise to 3C plus 4D. Initial amount is 21 mole of A. B is 24 mole. These are the initial amounts given. You need to tell me what is the limiting reagent, what is the excess reagent, amounts of C and D produced. Everyone, take 2 minutes, solve the question. You can put your answers in the chat box. Put your answers in the chat box. Okay. A is limiting reagent, B is excess reagent, C formed is 9 and 12. Okay.
सर 1 मिनट क्वेश्चन देखना था.
Okay, okay. 2 minutes. हाँ देखो.
हो गया सर, थैंक यू.
Okay, okay. I hope सब लोग ने सॉल्व किया होगा. सभी लोग ने सही सवाल किया है. सपोज लेट अस टेक A as limiting reagent. इसका मतलब पूरा का पूरा कंज्यूम होना चाहिए ना. So if you are having 7 mole A, if you are having 7 mole A, it requires 6 mole B. In the question you are taking 21 mole A. पूरा कंज्यूम होने के लिए कितना लगेगा B? 21 upon 7 into 6, which is nothing but 18 mole. Do you have 18 mole of B in the system? Yes, हमारे पास तो 24 mole है. इसका मतलब A has to be limiting reagent. हमारा assumption सही है. If A is limiting reagent, B will be excess reagent. B is excess reagent. Amount of B left. Amount of B left क्या होगा? It will be 18. 24 minus 18, which is equals to 6 mole. C formed. C formed के लिए क्या करना है? 7A से or else 7 mole of A से you are forming 3 mole of C. So from 21 mole of A, how many mole of C will be formed? It will be 21 upon 7 into 3, which is nothing but 9 mole. And for D, from 7 mole A, you are forming 4 mole of D. From 21 mole of A, how many moles of D is formed? It is 21 upon 7 into 4, which is equal to 12 mole. बहुत सारे लोगों ने सही आंसर किया है. जो लोग को नहीं आया है, प्लीज गो थ्रू सॉल्यूशन. इतना ही करना है. assume one of the reactant as limiting reagent, so it has to be consumed entirely. So पूरा कंज्यूम होने के लिए कितना लगेगा दूसरा रिएक्टेंट देखो. अगर उतना अमाउंट सिस्टम में अवेलेबल है, our assumption is right, or else the other reactant will be the limiting reagent. Okay, so ये जो particular method है, it will be beneficial or it will be easy to check provided you have only 2 reactants. Suppose in the system if you have 3 reactants, if you are in the system you are having 4 reactants, 5 reactants, in that case we cannot assume first reactant as a limiting reagent. अगर वो नहीं है तो next reactant पे जाएंगे, अगर वो भी नहीं तो दूसरा, उसके बाद तीसरा, ऐसा सब कुछ चेक करते नहीं बैठेंगे ना. Okay, so in order to make calculation easy, एक method देखेंगे. From the method you can directly identify what will be the limiting reagent. Okay, let us see that method now. Same question ले रहा हूँ. 27A plus एक मिनट. हाँ, सेम क्वेश्चन ले रहा हूँ. 7A plus 6B gives rise to 3C plus 4D. Okay, initial moles 21 mole and B is 24 mole. Method में क्या करना है? We will be calculating a value called K. K क्या होता है? K is nothing but given moles divided by stoichiometric coefficient. K is given moles upon stoichiometric coefficient. Once you find the value of K for all reactants, calculate K for all the reactants. The reactant having lesser value of K. The reactant having lesser value of K is the limiting reagent. Okay, so first calculate the value of K. The one which is having lesser value of K will become the limiting reagent. मतलब क्या है? Suppose if you are calculating K for this, इसका K कितना होगा? 21 given moles upon stoichiometric coefficient is 7. This is 24 upon stoichiometric coefficient is 6. 21 upon 7 is 3. 24 upon 6 is 4. So which will be the limiting reagent? A will be the limiting reagent as K of A is 3 and K of B is 4. So B will become the excess reagent. बस इतना ही. Calculate the value of K. Whichever is having the lower value of K will become the limiting reagent. once you got the value of limiting reagents K, okay, multiply K of the limiting reagent for amounts reacted or formed. क्या करना है? For amounts reacted or formed, multiply the K of the limiting reagent with the stoichiometric coefficient. With the stoichiometric coefficient. इसका मतलब क्या है? R जो है, R indicates reacted amount. Reacted. What is the K of the limiting reagent? This is limiting reagent, na? This will be the K of limiting reagent. Multiply K of the limiting reagent. मतलब 3 into stoichiometric coefficient of A is 7, right? So the reacted amount will be 3 into 7, which is equal to 21. As A is being consumed, we always use the sign negative for reactants. Reactants consume होता जा रहा है, इसलिए negative use करेंगे. Okay, convention जैसा याद रखो. Like B का reacted amount कितना होगा? K of the limiting reagent is 3 into B's stoichiometric coefficient is 6. 3 into 6. And keep negative sign. Negative sign indicates it is being consumed. So minus 21 mole होगा और ये minus 18 mole होगा reacted amounts. Final F indicates final amounts in the system. Final is nothing but initial plus reacted. Okay. So initial कितना लिया है 21, reacted कितना है minus 21. Initial plus reacted कितना हो जाएगा 0. इस केस में 24, reacted is minus 18, so it will be 6 mole. Okay. Okay.
Yes,
एक
sir.
मिनट.
Yes, sir.
हाँ, एक मिनट.
Yes, sir.
If you are calculating for C and D के लिए क्या है? What is the K of the limiting reagent? 3. What is the stoichiometric coefficient of C? 3. As they are being formed, use the sign plus. Products के लिए positive लगाएंगे, reactants के लिए negative. K of the limiting reagent again 3. Stoichiometric coefficient of D is 4. Use the sign plus. So ये कितना बनेगा? It got formed 9 mole and this got formed 12 mole. Initial कितना है इन दोनों का? 0 0 है ना? So final कितना है इसका? 9 रहेगा और D का भी 12 मोल रहेगा. So at the end system में क्या है? You have 6 mole B, 9 mole C, 12 mole D and 0 mole of A left inside the system. इस पर्टिकुलर केस में कैलकुलेशन करना आसान है using the method. पहले क्या करना है? You need to find the limiting reagent with the help of K. What is K? K is given moles upon stoichiometric coefficient. Given moles upon stoichiometric coefficients 21 upon 7 and 24 upon 6. So 3, as 3 is lesser than 4, the limiting reagent is A. Once you find the limiting reagent, multiply the K of the limiting reagent with the stoichiometric coefficients in order to get the amounts reacted as well as produced. Reacted के लिए minus लगाओ and produced के लिए positive लगाओ. The final amount is nothing but initial plus the reacted thing. Hence you will get the amount that will be left as well as the amount that got produced. A limiting reagent है इसलिए उसको 0 आना भी चाहिए. देखो 0 आया तो हमारा calculation सही है. Is this clear? I'll give you one more question. Do the question with respect to method. Method के हिसाब से. हाँ.
Sir, final not understood.
Final में क्या है? Final is the amount that got produced or the amount that got left inside the system. Final amount क्या रहेगा? Initial amount plus the reacted amount is nothing but the final amount. Initial amount कितना लिया है A का? A का initial amount taken is 21 mole.
Yes.
Okay. Reacted amount कितना है? Reacted amount is minus 21 mole. 21 mole consume हो गया ना? So initial plus the reacted 21 mole minus 21 mole nothing but 0. ए लिमिटिंग रिएजेंट है ना, कुछ बचना नहीं चाहिए, तो 0 आया, सही है। बी देखो,
Yes.
बी इनिशियल
Yes, sir.
अमाउंट
Understood.
अंडरस्टूड 24 मोल, रिएक्टेड अमाउंट कितना है -18 मोल,
Minus
इनिशियल
18.
रिएक्टेड 24 -18 नथिंग बट
-18.
6 मोल, so 6 mole of B got left. ओके,
Yes, sir.
और
Understood.
साइन कन्वेंशन जैसा यूज कर रहे हैं, माइनस और पॉजिटिव, इन ऑर्डर टू गेट द कैलकुलेशन राइट। कभी कभी इनिशियल प्लस फाइनल, तो अगर तुम लोग +21 मोल लिख के 21 + 21 42 मोल ऑफ ए इज लेफ्ट करके बोला तो गलत हो जाएगा, और एल्स यू कैन ऑलवेज बी अवेयर ऑफ दैट, बट हाँ एक मेथड जैसा बनाया है। एक क्वेश्चन देता हूँ, सॉल्व द क्वेश्चन यूजिंग द मेथड। टू ए plus 3b gives rise to 4c plus d. Initial amounts taken are 20 mole of A and 25 mole of B. Okay, 20 mole of A and 25 mole of B. Calculate the limiting reagent, excess reagent, amounts of C and D produced. You can put the answer in the chat box. Calculate the limiting reagent, excess reagent, amount of C and D produced. Okay. Okay, good. बाकी लोग भी पोस्ट करो जिनको भी आ रहे हैं आंसर। बहुत आसान है, कुछ नहीं है, ज्यादा टेंशन नहीं लेना है। कैलकुलेट के का वैल्यू एग्जैक्ट भी फाइंड करने की जरूरत नहीं है। इफ इट इज कमिंग इन टर्म्स ऑफ रिकरिंग डेसिमल, लीव दैट इन टर्म्स ऑफ फ्रैक्शन। 25/3 जैसे आ रहे तो 25/3 जैसे रख दो, चलेगा। ओके सब लोग ने सॉल्व किया होगा. सो k का वैल्यू क्या रहेगा? k इज नथिंग बट गिवन मोल्स अपॉन स्टोइचियोमेट्रिक कोएफिशिएंट. ये तो 10 this is 25 upon 3 which is 8 point something. So 25 upon 3 is lesser than 10, hence the limiting reagent will be B and the excess reagent will be A. Once you got, this is nothing but K of the limiting reagent. Once you got K of the limiting reagent for the reacted amount, it is K of the limiting reagent 25 upon 3 into stoichiometric coefficient of A. कितना है? 2. reacted है इसलिए minus करो. This is 25 upon 3. stoichiometric coefficient कितना है? 3. reactant है इसलिए minus. This is plus 25 upon 3 into 4 plus 25 upon 3 into 1. So the final amounts will be, initial amount 20 mole है minus 25 into 2 upon 3 is minus 50 by 3. This is 25 minus 25. This is 100 upon 3. This is 25 upon 3. यह जो है 0 हो गया. लिमिटिंग रिएजेंट है ना, 0 आना भी चाहिए. This is nothing but 10 upon 3. मोल से सब कुछ. मोल 100 upon 3 मोल, 25 upon 3 मोल. So the final quantities left in the system are A 10 upon 3 mole है, C 100 upon 3 mole है, D 25 upon 3 mole है. Is this clear? आसान है?
Yes, sir.
If
Yes, sir.
anyone has
So
any,
instead of 25 divided by 3, can we take 8.3?
yeah, you can take 8.3. It is 8.3333 है ना, इसलिए
Yeah.
rather than repeating that, options के हिसाब से ending में if you see the option as 8.3, in terms of fractions, do the calculations in terms of 8 point something. If in the options they are mentioning 100 upon 3 ऐसा कुछ है, no need to take extra burden and solve that in terms of 8 point something. Okay.
Thank
So
you, sir.
everything is upon options. Okay, thank you. Next question. I hope everyone understood the procedure. Next question. 10A plus 7B giving you 2C plus 6D. Initial amounts taken are 30 mole. B is 21 mole. Identify limiting reagent, excess reagent, amounts of C and D produced. Yeah. Answers, please. Both are equal. Okay, there is no limiting reagent or excess reagent. Equally consumed, right? Both will be consumed, right? Exactly. Good. देखो इस पर्टिकुलर केस में आई थिंक बोथ ऑफ देम आर हैविंग सिमिलर वैल्यू ऑफ के. मतलब दोनों स्टोइचियोमेट्रिक प्रोपोर्शंस में लिया गया है. सो neither of them will be the limiting reagent, neither of them will be the excess reagent. कोई बचेगा नहीं. Both of them will be consumed entirely. And you should not say, ऐसा कुछ नहीं बोलना है both of them are limiting reagents. ऐसा नहीं होता है. There is no term of limiting reagent and excess reagent for this particular question. Okay. So K इस केस में 30/10 है, which is 3. 21/7 है, which is also 3. So there is no limiting reagent. So you can do the calculation either with respect to A or B. दोनों 3 है ना, फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा. So this will be -3 into 10, -3 into 7, +3 into 2, +3 into 6. So final amounts will be, this is 0, this is 0. 6 mole of C will be produced and 18 mole of D will be produced. Okay? Clear है? Okay.
Yes, sir.
One last question. Last question है 6C plus 6H2. Here the C indicates carbon, okay? Plus 3O2 gives rise to C6H12O6. The initial amounts taken are 180 gram, 24 gram, and 288 gram. You need to calculate limiting reagent, excess reagent, and the amount of reactants left and the amount of product produced. अभी ABC जैसा नहीं दिया है. They have given reactants nature. C6H12O6 is called as glucose. Okay. H2 is limiting reagent. Okay, we will see. Four molecules of glucose. Okay, देखो एक बार कैलकुलेशन अपना 4 molecules से क्या है 4 molecules. Okay. इस पर्टिकुलर क्वेश्चन में तुम लोग को पहले the amount which is given in grams, you need to convert that into moles, because K is given moles upon stoichiometric coefficient but not grams upon stoichiometric coefficient. Always you need to do analysis in terms of moles. So convert the given amount into moles. If you are not converting the given amount into moles, आंसर गलत आ सकता है. गलती से सही आ सकता है आंसर. H2 जो लिमिटिंग रिएजेंट जो बोल रहे हो गलती से सही हो सकता है, but you need to convert the given amount into moles. if you're converting the given amount into moles, carbon का mass कितना है? It is 12 mu or 12 gram per mole. Hydrogen का mass कितना है? 2 gram per mole. Oxygen का mass 32 gram per mole. Initial moles में कितना होगा? Moles is nothing but sample mass upon atomic mass or molecular mass. Gram cancel होगा, which is equal to 15 mole. This is 24 gram upon 2 gram per mole, which is equal to 12 mole. This is 288 gram upon 32 gram per mole, which is equal to 32. 10 times is 320. 9 times is 288. So this is 9 mole. So initial amount in terms of moles is, this is 15 mole, this is 12 mole, and this is 9 mole. Once you got the number in terms of moles, you can find K. K in this case is 15 upon 6. This is 12 upon 6. This is 9 upon 3. This is 2. This is 5 upon 2.
2.5.
5 upon 2, 2.5. 9 upon 3 is 3. So as 2 is lesser when compared to 2.5 and 3, limiting reagent is H2. ये सही कहा तुम लोग ने, but तुम लोग grams में convert, sorry, moles में नहीं convert करके भी किया, वही आता है limiting reagent. But वो गलत होगा, उसके आगे calculations गलत हो जाएगा. Okay. According to moles, yeah, this is limiting reagent. K of the limiting reagent is 2. अगर तुम लोग ग्राम्स में ही रख के किया तो 24 upon 6, 6 4 24, लिमिटिंग रिएजेंट का किया तुम लोग 4 लिया होगा, इसलिए किसी ने एक ने आंसर 4 मॉलिक्यूल्स ऑफ C6H12O6 कहा है, which is wrong, and it is not 4 molecules. इतना सारा ग्राम्स लेने से केवल 4 मॉलिक्यूल नहीं मिलेगा. Molecule is very very small entity. So this is the K of the limiting reagent. So गलती कहाँ पे हुआ है? By not converting the given amount in terms of moles. This is K of the limiting reagent. So reacted amount क्या होगा? -2 into 6. This is -2 again into 6, -2 into 3, plus 2 into 1. Okay, ये सब moles में है ना? So you will get the answer also in moles. So this will be -12 mole react हुआ है, -12 mole react हुआ है, -6 mole react हुआ है, plus 2 mole product बना है. Okay, so final amount will be, initially is 15 mole, initial is 15 mole, final is, sorry, reacted is 12 mole. ये initial 12 mole है, reacted 12 mole है, initial 9 mole है, reacted 6 mole है. So you will be left with 3 mole of carbon, 0 mole of hydrogen, 3 mole of oxygen, 3 mole carbon है, 3 mole oxygen है, and you are formed 1 mole C6H12O6. Okay, if they are asking mass, ये तो moles में हुआ ना, mass क्या हो जाएगा? Always formula will be number of moles is equals to given weight upon molecular weight. Okay, sample mass upon atomic mass or molecular mass. So weight कितना हो जाएगा? Multiply the moles with the molecular weight. So weight of carbon कितना होगा?
36.
Moles कितना है? 3 mole. Molecular weight कितना है? 12 gram per mole. Mole cancel होगा. 36 grams. Always tell me the units. 36 grams. Weight of oxygen कितना होगा? It will be 3 mole into 32 gram per mole. Mole cancel होगा. 32 into 3 कितना है? 96 grams of oxygen is left. 96 gram of oxygen is left. Weight of C6H12O6 will be equal to 1 mole. एक ही मोल बना क्या? 2 moles ना? 2 moles बना है. 2 mole of C is formed. 2 mole into 180, glucose is 180 gram per mole, which is equals to 360 grams. 360 grams. अगर ओवरऑल तुम लोग क्वेश्चन सही किया है गलत किया है ये भी चेक करने के लिए यू कैन आल्सो सी कंजर्वेशन ऑफ मास. इनिशियल मास कितना है 180 ग्राम्स प्लस 24 ग्राम्स प्लस 288 ग्राम्स. बता सकते हो क्या कितना है? कैन एनीवन लेट मी नो? 180 प्लस 24 प्लस 288 अमाउंट कितना है ये?
492 ग्राम.
492 ग्राम्स. इनिशियली टोटल 492 ग्राम्स है. रिएक्शन होने के बाद भी एंडिंग में कितना आना चाहिए? 492 ही होना चाहिए. 360 प्लस 96 प्लस 36. इफ यू ऐड दिस ये भी 492 होना चाहिए. देखो हो रहा है कि नहीं? हो रहा है. 96 प्लस 36 इट इज 132 हो रहा है. प्लस 360 492 ग्राम्स. तो हमारा जो भी कैलकुलेशन है सही है. क्रॉस चेक करने के लिए ऑल दिस मेथड्स आर फॉर क्रॉस चेकिंग. सही कर रहे हैं कि नहीं? इज द क्वेश्चन क्लियर? Whenever you are given the amount in terms of mass, first convert that into moles. After you convert that into moles, you can find the value of K and you can do the analysis. Don't directly substitute grams. Important hai. Convert that into moles first. Moles is given weight upon molecular weight or atomic weight or ionic weight, which is the basic of mole concept. Sample mass upon molecular mass or atomic mass or ionic mass. I hope today's lecture is clear to everyone. Calculations, mole concept is calculation intensive. Once we cover this particular chapter, then we will go to, depending upon the lockdown situation, if it gets extended, we will start atomic structure. It is the highly theoretical concept. Atomic structure start karenge. After atomic structure, we will go to periodic properties, all those things. But ये जो मोल कॉन्सेप्ट का चैप्टर है दिस इज वेरी 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 इंपॉर्टेंट इन फिजिकल केमिस्ट्री. द एंटायर केमिस्ट्री इज डिवाइडेड इनटू 3 सेक्शंस. फिजिकल केमिस्ट्री, ऑर्गेनिक केमिस्ट्री, इनऑर्गेनिक केमिस्ट्री. इन फिजिकल केमिस्ट्री यू विल बी डूइंग लॉट ऑफ कैलकुलेशंस. ओके, कैलकुलेशन मैथमेटिकल है फिजिकल केमिस्ट्री पूरा. सो इफ यू डोंट नो हाउ टू कैलकुलेट दिस बेसिक थिंग्स, मोल्स, ऑल दिस थिंग्स, फिजिकल केमिस्ट्री का पूरा सेक्शन डिफिकल्ट पड़ेगा. Mole concept is the basic chapter for that. Okay. उसके बाद organic, inorganic बाद में पढ़ेंगे. First we will be starting with physical chemistry. ये होने के बाद we will start with the first chapter of physical chemistry, atomic structure. आसान है, वो भी बहुत interesting होता है. But for that you need to know. ये जो particular chapter थोड़ा boring नहीं है. It is not boring. This is mathematics. इसके आगे और भी बहुत कुछ रहेगा मोल कॉन्सेप्ट में. these are basics. we are just doing ABCD of mole concept. उसके बाद sentences ये सब बनाना स्टार्ट करते हैं. is this clear everyone? Today's lecture, I hope today's lecture is clear to everyone. We will meet in tomorrow's lecture.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.